Hey, welcome back to Lenfin's Cocktails. Today we're going to do a gin review, but not a normal gin review. We're going to do a non-alcoholic gin review, the first one on this channel. We're going to do Siegfried's Wonderleaf non-alcoholic gin. They build this as juniper forward with a little bit of spice and some fruity elements to it. I've had it already and I think it's very delicious. It does go pretty well replacing gin one for one in some cocktails that I've tried, mainly being the Gimlet and the Army Navy cocktail. Those are the two that I've tried it in. Oh, well, I also tried it in the Tom Collins. It didn't work out that well. But anyway, in the Gimlet and Tom Collins, it was pretty delicious. And so now I'm gonna try it on camera, see what I think, because I haven't actually had it neat before, so let's go ahead and try that. All right, here is our glass of neat Siegfried Wonderleaf non-alcoholic gin. On the nose, it really does smell like gin. It's very juniper forward with some black pepper in there with a little bit of citrus. It actually smells a lot like a weaker gin, which is kind of surprising considering it has no alcohol. So let's give it a try. All right, not gonna lie, just tasting it neat by itself, I don't think it was designed to be enjoyed this way, but it's definitely not, it's not impressive on its own. It does taste pretty watery with a little bit of like juniper stuff going on in the background, but honestly, it doesn't bring a big punch to it, which you wouldn't expect because it has no alcohol, and I don't know how they would get that punchiness of gin without the alcohol. But it's got some good flavoring in the background. Let's try it in the way we always try gins. Let's make a gimlet. All right, we've got our gimlet now. Let's give it a try. So, like I was just saying when I tasted it neat, you could taste a little bit of like a watery, botanical-y, peppery type of thing going on, but it didn't bring out a lot of flavor. But however, in the gimlet, I think all of that kind of really comes together because of the sugar and lime juice. For a quick recap, I'm using 2 ounces of the Wonderleaf gin, I'm using 3/4 ounce of lime, and 1/2 ounce of rich simple syrup. Despite not tasting very good neat on its own, I think in the gimlet, this gin alternative really shines and you really get the sense that you're drinking an actual gimlet. If we're basing this like on flavor alone, obviously there's no alcohol bite and there's no burn at the end. If you don't like the alcoholic burn, this would be even better for you because it has all the flavor and none of the burn. I think an interesting experiment would definitely be to cut like a normal gin with this, so like 1 ounce of Plymouth and then like 1 ounce of this, just see if you get a little more burn, just kind of making it a low ABV. But standing alone in a gimlet, this brings all the flavors of gin that you really want into a pretty nice drink. And on evenings where you want to have a few drinks and you don't want to get too hungover, I think this would be a great interlude between your actual alcoholic drinks. So this tastes pretty good. The bottle costs about $25 here in Japan, and I've looked online and that seems pretty consistent across all markets, $25 to $30, which is pretty in line with non-alcoholic products like that. So, you know, it seems like a pretty good deal. It's definitely not everything you want from a gin, but as far as a non-alcoholic gin substitute or alternative, I think this is pretty great. I definitely recommend it. I'm looking forward to trying others because if they can all be in this type of realm, I'm pretty excited and I'll probably start buying more non-alcoholic, you know, spirit substitutes because, you know, this is a pretty good start. This is German and it's actually Germany's first non-alcoholic gin from what I read. So cheers. I think it's pretty good. I hope you try it. If you like the video, please like and subscribe.